In, in southern part of Bangalore, you don't see that lot, but there are there. There are Bangaloreans who stay in and around here. You get to know more about that when you have festival going on. That culture and heritage can be seen in this ways. So in this part of the Bangalore. So what you don't like is traffic for sure. And there is a lot of pollution as well. So that is another back part. There is also something else Bangalore has, but this is one of the biggest concern in Bangalore, I would say. How do you get to know about the area wise things? Basically, I live around. We do see a lot of traffic, but which is into the a bit better now. I don't see any air purity for sure, but through my eyes, I can see something greenery that would purify the air. So I can see the traffic. There is pure air for sure, but we do see some comfort because of the greenery, and it gives pleasant feeling as well. So why is that important to be in this part of Bangalore only? Why not any other? It is about the culture. Uh, it's about mixed of culture. Like we have mixed culture over here. So we have bit of that and also bit of this. So it depends on the days. We know some places where, for an example, that could be the scenario there. We do have normal days as well. Actually, voice is very low. I'm just asking them. The quality of air, let's say, when moving around in Bangalore, and AC is always on when you're going in car. First thing for sure, air is not clear and one is bit heat. So heat is another factor for sure. And one more thing is dust. So here, when you travel outside, dust is a major issue. So actually, like when I open the window, it's not like I'm inhaling the impure air, but also car is getting dirty. So when the windows are rolled down, a lot of dust is also settled in the car. When I'm staying inside Bangalore and when I'm staying here, I work from home now. Currently, it's working from home for me. We do in hybrid mode, but most of the times I work from home. It got disconnected. Network got disconnected. Okay, audible now. So we are in that way actually. If you don't have pure around us, it will definitely affect us. So the idea about initially is to purify the air to compensate with the outside air. But I was told that if you have the air purifier, it will not work for our, it is not confined, and you need a much big space, like you need 2 to 3 to cover that. So we don't have that all right now, but we have time to do that. But then when to when to buy an AC, what happened is, so AC also has air purifier, it purifies air. So for that moment we did opt for that. So till now it has been limited. So I'm experiencing this since my childhood. My mom has it and I have it. Once in once I come in contact with dust, feel like my eyes start itching, and I experience continuous sneezing and coughing, irritation in throat, and that turns into skin rashes and headache. So all these are the problems. So that is the reason I updated. So you wanted to stay away from dust. What else do you do apart from that? Most of the day I'll spend in my room, and when I'm in room I want to be dust free, and I don't want dust to be unsettled. That is one thing. Having an AC or air conditioner is definitely add on. So when going outside I'll not open the car windows, so that is like again for precautionary thing. I'm not, are you taking any treatment? No, I'm not taking any treatment as such. If I had to go for treatment it will be long term, so I don't want that. So actually like it is not like I have consulted doctor and doctor has given me prescription. So actually when allergy attacks I have to just take tablets, there is no precaution as such in fact. So now you are traveling to office, so how is it going out? There is a certain times throughout my college I did not pay that much attention, but there are certain times I do take care. What I'm saying is after covid and after lockdown, we are staying in home for a lot of time. So I could see that eventually there is humidity drop as we are not going outside. Then we get to know the feeling of, and during covid time we did not have any traffic. Air is pure and we could feel it, and also we could feel it, and this is actual fresh air. That was the feeling, and now I can definitely see the difference. So when I know what it is, I can see the difference, I can go out and check everything. What did you see during covid? You told me like air is pure. What is the feeling? How do you identify? about this feeling. The feeling is more about like something, it feels like this is not, it is a kind of scary feeling as well. I don't think that is one part for the safety for environment, but for myself it is more like, I don't know how to put it across, but it's more like I had to stay away from that. I see a lot of emitting smoke. Pathavi. Uh, you associate with Gatichu. Apart from that, sorry, there is network issue there. Not audible completely. It is very heavy, more than heavy. You can feel the, how do you say that? What do you call that? I don't know how to put it across. You can feel that in a throat. You can start feeling something. You can feel a kind of congestion type in throat after winter. That is something what I really feel. And there is some itching sensation in throat. I feel like sneezing a lot. Once I enter, these are all the things which I feel. These are all when you are outside. No, not just outside. When I'm in place, like when someone is dusting in the house as well. Actually, I don't stay in that place because I get affected. It's like that. It's an example, but obviously it is less quantity inside, and definitely outside it is higher quantity. Then what do you do? One thing is like, you usually if there is something, I just go away. That is one of the thing. Second part would be, I start getting to know through throat irritation, nose is getting kind of blocked. So those kind of things I get to know. And I know that this air is not pure and it has a lot of dust particles in that. So that is something else. So do you do anything like regular steaming? I don't do, but I have to do it actually. I don't do that. Not to that extent, but taking steam sometimes. Taking steam, and those are all things. Otherwise, there is no that much precaution as such. So first time, when was it happened for the first time? That was pretty long actually. So first time when was it you have seen? So majority part of it we didn't had air conditioner in theaters, all kinds of places. We could not get, but I don't remember also when was it and all. I don't have any. It is not something I can record. I don't know, but so when you went to restaurant for the first time, malls for the first time, I cannot say first time, but I can give the instances where I felt it is giving something, it is giving the great feeling. I had been to Bangalore. It is a coastal area. There was a lot of heat and humidity over there. And that time when I could go, when I was going for shopping, when we entered the store in the air conditioner, we could feel that amount of relief what we had. We didn't wanted to go out of the store again. So those are some instances where air conditioner had played a major role. Here in Bangalore, we don't see huge amount of heat like 40-45 degrees, but whereas it is very common in other places. So when I had been to other places, then I have realized it is very important for the people who is staying here. So when did you get the first air conditioner in your house? That was around 5 years ago. What happened? Initially, one we had in my parents' room air conditioner. I don't remember that much, but I think it could be 1.5 ton air conditioner. I don't remember much about it. How old were you? I was doing my PU, not even PU. I was in my engineering during that time. I was studying in engineering. Initially, it was like we had summer. So I was like, I'll sleep here because of the air conditioner. And that was the time I remember. How did you feel? It was definitely a great feeling, of course. We were going through a lot of heat in that summer. It is more than what we usually face. During that time, we felt like we are completely in a different world. It is not just about the cool air. Mm, there's something inside. So that is the kind of feeling I had. I felt like somewhere I'm in hill station in that chillness. So one thing I felt about that is I want to be relaxed and I sleep. So if you don't have air conditioner, you can't sleep like that in summer. So once you have good sleep, you feel relaxed and calm. And after coming home, even if you are tired from the outside heat, you don't go home and stay in AC. So you just go and stay in AC. That is a bigger relief. So once you come home being all tired, once you feel that I want to go to sit in my place in AC, so that is a different thing, best part. So your parents have got it first time. How did you feel that time? You told me that you felt like hill station. Apart from that, how else did you feel when you were sleeping in air conditioner? As I told you, I started feeling like I'm in a hill station, staying in hill station. That is the feeling I had. That is most of it I would like to say. Staying in some place is completely different from what is happening around. So that is the power of an air conditioner. So if there is hot 40-degree heat outside and you are sleeping in room where it is 20-degree, so you are sitting in the room with temperature of 20 degrees, so you just open the door and you feel the heat. That is actual difference. So when did you get your AC? That was year 1.5 year ago, 2021. Okay, tell me about it. That was just pre-summer, and I knew. So I just had one, so I knew about it. So I thought, okay, we have that one, then I'll have one more as an add-on. So definitely I knew that I had to take. That is that is when I have bought together one here and one replaced in my parents' house. Which one? LGAC. Which variant? I'm not very sure about that. What is this dimension of this house? 30, 40, 1200 square feet. How many rooms you have? Three rooms we have. Master bedroom on the down, one here and one more, two dining room, three bedrooms. So your father has the interior business. Yes. Actually, like we are planning to make the renovation of interiors as well, but it's been quite some time. We are planning to change the all the curtains, wallpapers, basic things like window gatings is there, right? Those things and beds. So we're just planning to change the interiors as well. Why is that? Why are you planning to? There is no particular reason. We just have our own materials. So for that reason, we just want to do. How many ACs do you have currently in your home? Two. One in my room and one in my parents' room. Why in other area there is no AC? In that room, no one uses. Actually, my sister happens to sleep in my parents' room. So even though she has room, she don't sleep there. So keeping in mind, we didn't opt for. So even nobody uses it. So that's the major reason. And for hall, you have to centralize the AC. Otherwise, it will be very difficult because we have this open space. We had plans of taking up to the downstairs hall as well, but problem is that it is not an enclosed area because we have a stairs. Air moves up, so when it is not confined, you cannot take. So we have to centralize the AC for downstairs and upstairs, or just drop it like that. Centralizing the AC would cost more, definitely. Keeping that in mind, we didn't had thought of it. How much does the centralized AC cost? I didn't really inquire. It is also used case. I don't feel the need in the AC in Bangalore in halls. When you sleep, if you have peaceful sleep, that is enough, and that is when you want your AC. Otherwise, you don't need it. And for some part, and also you get skin problems if you are in AC for a long time. Like there will be dryness on the skin breaks, and also there could be problems like thinning of hair with the AC. Keeping that in mind, we can. I don't think we can use AC for 24 hours. Who has this problem? My mom also has that problem. This is something I can. What happens Actually, like it is remains the same. We can accommodate with the extra room. Okay, she's asking what happens when people come. We can accommodate in the other room. Are you talking from AC perspective? Yes. Actually, if you move around in Bangalore, it is not mandatory for sure. I don't think it will make any difference. AC is just there for other part of the areas. So, what about the comfort for the guest? Pencil. So, people have to be comfortable with everything you have. Then you think of that is what is there actually. So, guest will not stay not more than a week, even if there is a guest who is coming and staying over in our place, they are just going to be for a week. Generally, you're talking about visiting. Yes, visiting. Visiting, as I told you, it's more about what we want, the personal things. Uh, I'll not be comfortable. So when they come, they stay for 2 to 3 hours max, and it is not that important actually. Okay. Can you just go down and check? Okay, he's going down to check something and come back. Participant went to check something. Shall we go down? Yes. Do you want to see this room first? We'll go down first, then we'll come up and see here. Sure. Fine. So they just going to the room. I think I'll ask for the screen sharing here. No, auntie. No, Mama. There is an escape for the air. It's just showing the room. This is 1.5 ton. This is 1.5 ton AC. What I was told was this has four-way stream. Actually, it will be usually two-way swing, but this has four-way swing on the sides and also up and down. Other thing is we have some warranty. So we bought it, used it for some 5 months. Then it has Wi-Fi ready. But when I connected on the phone, I could not do that. Then I talked to some guy. They told they have to fix something inside the AC. They wanted to fix something in that. Only then that AC starts working. I did not even, I was not even aware like it is smart one. So I was very disappointed actually at that time. Where did you buy this one? From the local agency, from the electronic shop. There is a famous electronic shop in Bangalore. I bought from there. What is the capacity? 1.5 ton. We consulted the same people and we just asked. Her voice is breaking. We did not know the capacity or the dimension of the room. So for the reason we had to call someone here and ask how much we need. I'm not sure. So it was not doing. So what was the thing? It was not cooling the space efficiently. We have to leave the AC for 2 hours to experience the cooling. That was the one thing. Other part was we had a change. Where was that AC? It was in the same place. Okay, she's asking about why did you replace this? That is because that initially it was more because they wanted to fit the outlet on the other side. So that made it easier to connect because they need some aluminum wires. To take that wire out, we needed something like outlet space. So we have got that outlet space here. Unfortunately, what happened was that the outlet of the AC was, it produced a lot of sparks. When he was doing here, we could hear that. So we had to have it to shift the outlet to shift that. It just costed me 7,000 just to shift the outlet from here to here. That was very dissatisfaction. So initially you put it here and then later on you had to move. Yes, that is something very sad because I'm paying 20 to 30% for what I paid for AC. I just paid so much for installation. Why did you not decide to put there? I am not sure. They told something. So this wall is being decorated. They didn't wanted to disturb that wall. So they wanted AC to be on this side. And also that, as I told you, outlet was just outside here. So you can just see outside the window, you have the outlet here. It is just outside here. It is on this wall. So that is the reason we just wanted to have it in this place. Switching on the AC. So when I switch on the initially AC, I keep it for 20 and click on turbo so that it cools down very quickly. I keep into turbo and I keep it 20. So initially in the first half an hour, I'll just keep it in this temperature for half an hour. And the room is already cooled. And once it cools, and I switch on the turbo and increase the temperature to 24, the temperature is maintained. Then you have the constant cooling on. So when you come to the room is when you need the initially, what is the function of turbo? Turbo gives maximum fan speed. Maximum fast speed is given by turbo. So what happens if you switch off turbo? Fan speed reduces. Yes. That is one thing. And at what fan speed is it running now? It is auto. What is the feature of auto? I'm not sure about auto. What I have seen is it increases or decreases the fan speed according to the temperature. Sometimes what I do is I also keep manual fan speed, speed 2, speed 3, something like that. And in the night, I use the sleep mode. What is the function of the sleep mode? Sleep mode gives cooling for some half an hour and it holds back. And again, it uses for half an hour and it holds back. How do I know that sleep mode is activated here? You can see the moon next to the temperature, right? That is a sleep mode. Why is that you put it on the sleep mode? Personal power saving. What does it do? It holds back for half an hour and it opens for 1 hour. I'm not sure about the time period, but that is how it works. What is my mode? I have not tried it actually. Okay. And what is this? Oxy? I have never tried. What do you think it is? I'm not sure. Okay. What is blow? No, not sure. You don't use this. I have tried this, but I am not sure what it is. What do you think it is? I think it is just giving a lot of fan speed. Voice is not audible. Video got freezed and voice is not audible. To be more precise, if it increases the fan speed, if I move around a bit, like it has 4-way movement. It went on mute. They went on mute. So this is the inner blade. inner plates. Can you see this? Yes. Inner plate. This is something that moves around and it gives air in that direction. So, so when you come this side, it it just turns this side. So when you move that side, it just turns that side. So is it based on your movement? No, I don't think it's based on my movement. It based on air movement. So when all of us move that side, it will move that side. Yes, it is something like that. How often do you use that feature? Not much, but it's a very good feature actually. Why? It is something new. I would like to use the new things basically. What is this health mode? I think it reduces the impurities in air. That is the use of this health mode. Who told you this? When I installed this, this was told to me. Okay. I don't use any timer. I can make use of it, but I really don't use it. But my parents use this timer. They just put it for 2 to 3 hours and then they go to sleep. It turns off. What happens after 3 hours? It turns off. AC is turned off. I don't have to manually turn off the AC. So this is a 24. You can see. I use it in the night when it is all dark. This light, what we have, this feels to be more light. So in my room also I face that and I turn off that. I want my room to be dark when I'm sleeping. This is antiviral sensor. Yes. What do you, just to be in line with, I think that this is something they have done for COVID. That is, but I did not know any difference. They have like antivirus built. So it will not allow virus to move around, but I'm not sure. That was there. Then that Wi-Fi, this was told to me. Smart usage. So when I asked to use, they told me that I have to buy another chip and inside. You have to do that to use it in smart way. So I did not know much about it. I thought, okay. So the previous one, what we had is not having this technology, but my intention but was to use smart AC, but it did not turn out to be. Thing is like when you're buying the AC, you have to buy another 5 to 10,000 extra to. So once you see at that time, if they're saying it is okay, but once you buy the AC and you are installed, and that time they're saying that you have to buy a chip separately, only then it works. So I thought let it be. How much did they ask? 2,500. So this is around 40. After how much time did you realize that? Voice is breaking. It's on mute. I had a conversation with Lloyd Company. Not audible. Extra part we had to fit later to make it smart. I want to get into the new features because I want to experience the new features. But definitely, as I told you earlier, if I had to pay 5,000 extra for smart AC, you tend to pay initially itself. So that is a use case. Yes. Example, voice is not clear for me to translate. I don't know about other devices, but I'm in my home, they just I tend in my home they scold me because in my home I tend to spend more amount on the devices. So for TV, I had got magic remote, and for that I had to pay 10K extra, and I didn't mind about it. So that is pretty useful actually for me. Golden fin condenser. What do you think it could be? What is this PM12 filter? PM12 filter. I can see some number, but this is just inside the AC filtering dust for filtering dust. And how do you know about that benefit? I don't know. Video got freezed. So for AC, you have to purchase an extra inverter for that. So something like that. But these days I see everything is inbuilt. So probably the thing is fluctuation, current fluctuations. I'm not sure. So what is that? Stabilizers. We don't have to buy extra stabilizer for that, and that comes inbuilt. So this one moves up and down, and the inner one moves sideways. So that is the combination basically. So the for the right side, this can be used to maintain the inner blades. So you just see this, they're moving. The one which is moving right now is the outer one, and that is the inner one. What I do in my room is I just set it for the inner one towards my side, and outer ones to be exactly faced. I set it properly. So here they also use the same. So combination of both things, that's best part of about it. Did you consider the star rating? Yes, I didn't consider the star rating. I had plans for going to 4-star, but this one is 3-star. So can you show that it is on this side? What is that star rating mean? Energy consumption. I wanted to go for 4-star AC because it consumes less power compared to this. And I was blind specifically. I wanted to go for Lloyd or Daikin. I was tired of these ELG ACs. So we had more problems. I wanted to shift to Lloyd, which is specifically an AC brand, or a Daikin. Why you wanted to go for? Because of the previous experience, what we faced with LG, there were problems. What happened was my dad's, there are workers in my dad's office who also does AC servicing. So I just went to them and had a conversation to ask, because they are into servicing, they have better area. So keeping that in mind, they also suggested to go for Lloyd and Daikin. So what other brands you had in mind? Lloyd and Daikin. How did you decide on this? This is on the which is not there in Daikin. I got some features, and Daikin was a bit costly compared to this. I didn't see anything different from this basically. The same capacity and the previous year's model, 2020 model. So I'm buying AC in 2021, and I know so when I'm buying in 2021, it's already outdated. This is what it falls through. I don't want any features to be outdated. So this was a new addition with this one. And they told me this, they will give some. So we have not used this fan. So it would take around 1 month or so. Device got muted. So what happens is it is connecting to major areas. And here you can see the window. So there are a lot of vehicles moving in. And we have parked our car downstairs. And when I go in 1 week and see my car has a lot of dust. Do you have maid coming? Yes. What all does she do? She does, she cleans the floor, brooming, mopping. Then we have all the dishes and utensils, all those things. For clothes, we have washing machine. She puts on washing machine. That's it. So I don't need the manufacturer to. So like, or do I have the manual? If you have the any features, because we are educated and we can look in manual. So I don't think there is a need, but definitely there is a demo session that happens. So thing is like after 1 year, we tend to forget the demo. So you know that AC comes with dark mode. Yes, definitely. So brand recognition goes off with the high technology. What should they do from the manufacturer's perspective? From my perspective, what they can do is probably like hmm, they can keep sending these mails on the models, and they can send on WhatsApp as well. So if there is timely upgradation of the product as well, that is something they can do. So you can just send on the mail, and they can have a button on the mail. If you click on that button, it takes to that feature. So it should be like that. Okay. So keeping in mind, so it is something like we can just sit here and watch TV. So if you want to eat, you just sit down and eat on the floor. Yes. uh how often does it happen? On weekends, twice a week. So I watch TV upstairs. I'm not sure in India, at least in South India, it's a culture that you sit down and eat. So something which is there. So even though you have dining table, you tend to use it. So even I prefer sitting down. What happens with that? Voice is not audible. So that is something called Astalakshmi. Astalakshmi is the name of the goddess. So it is all designed by my dad. So Door is kept open for 2 to 3 hours. Once it is done, then we close the door. So while praying, is the door open? Yes, while praying, door is open. Okay. So thing is like we don't have more place. So if you see the moderate temperature, it holds good. So minimum 17, 18. Currently we are in summer right now. We have 28. So this tiles, this is pretty long time ago. So the AC is the same model. So one time, this is 1 ton. Okay. For this dimension, 1 ton is enough. How is this placed? East wall. So they usually do it on the east wall. The thing is, outlet is on that side. And here there is no place because of the tube light. So that is the reason we had to take it here. So I work here and this is the AC and comes in like this. Actually, like in your parents' room was also there is one wall with tile wallpaper. What is the idea behind it? So in your room, you have wallpaper where there is AC. So it is just comfort, aesthetics. Both the ACs are bought together? Yes, they are bought together. 1 ton. This is 1 ton, that is 1.5 ton. So what is the difference? So you also show me when you are working, how do you use it? Do you lie down or what is the function? I won't. So I just put it on ceiling mode. So it is the same thing. As soon as I put it in the turbo mode. So now I can see that outer, it's already. So I did not change that. So when I'm working, this light come towards me. So other part, when I'm sleeping, I tend to go like, I would just change the swing, put it on swing. You can see that inner plates moving that side. And once it is completely towards the left, I just stop. So this is how, when it comes to this direction, I stop it. So you are getting the direct air while you are sleeping. Yes. But don't you feel cool? I keep it in, yes, but then I change it. I put it on the normal swing and I put it on sleep mode. So it makes you feel lot of cold. Yes. I have bad scenarios. I kept it to me and next day I would get a sneezing. So I get headache, lot of headache if it is kept on me directly for longer duration. Once it is set, I just change it. I just change it to here and I put it on the sleep mode. That is how it happens. So once after some time, after 15 minutes, I won't get this. That is when the sleep mode plays a role. So you get directly on your, yes. So definitely not. So for some time I have this and then I change it. Even though it moves up and down, we have outlet below this. So it will be direct. It doesn't change. And what I do is I keep it the swing. So it keeps on moving and that it is not bigger issue actually. So it is not constant. Yes, exactly. What about the fan with AC? I don't use it. So I don't think there is any necessity to use it when I'm using AC. What about your parents? Even they don't use it. We met a lot of people who said that they use as well as AC as well as the fan. What do you think could be the reason for them to use? They want AC to be spread across the room. So once you put out the fan on and when the AC is on, the cooling is spread across the room very quickly. I have done it few times when there is lot of hot outside. I switch on the fan for 5-10 minutes and the coolingness is spread across. But I don't use the fan. So can you show the demo also? When you switch on the AC, so if you want girls to move out, we can move out. No, that's fine. I want you to lie down on the bed. See, this is how I sleep here. And I have shown you the same setting. So it comes across to me. We are making you sleep. Okay. So this is set. Now I can feel the AC directly. So after I'll just switch on the fan for cooling. Then after 10-15 minutes, I'll switch off. So while the turbo is on, actually I use that anyways before I sleep. So you put it on the normal mode and then sleep, right? Yes. So you set up everything standing up and then lie down? No, I just lie down and I set. So it has happened. How is that different? And when you sit and do it? So I told you that I had cold in the next day morning. I just kept the turbo on and that air direction was on my face completely. So I forgot to switch it off. So that happened. On the next day morning, I felt like throat was paining. My nose is blocked. So that type of cooling was there. So from that day onwards, I make sure that I don't forget to switch it off. So when you come back after party, so that time also, do you put it on that mode? You just come, switch on the turbo. Then I get up and switch it off. I have to use it, but I don't use it. ఇంకొంచెం వేసుకో కావాలంటే కొంచెం వేసుకో తక్కువ. So this has the option. You can see the sticker. There is Wi-Fi ready. So both the ACs are bought together. Yes. This costed around 33 or something, I think. So there was a place already. No, this was already there, the place. So we just fitted it over there. So when they came to install AC, they put everything. So what happened was my parents got air conditioner before I shifted. I was like 25, and then when I started working, I thought it's time for me to buy as well. So one for here. So we are basically trying to understand why. So I would say that very few people in Bangalore would use air conditioner. But the thing is, because there is no necessity, only in summers, definitely summers are hot. Summers are pretty hot, and that time, and just for 1 to 2 months for whole year, you don't feel the need. See, what you are seeing right now is summer. So from which month to which month? April, May. That's it. Only two. Only April and May. Maximum March, April, May. In June already it will be raining. See, it is just 20 days in this May, and now it started raining. So that is luxurious. So can I say it is luxurious? Yes, definitely. It's not a need. It's luxury now for AC to be having in Bangalore. I don't think who would have bought this air conditioner, but would definitely need in the downstairs. In case if I was not working yet, we just would have had only in downstairs. So in from past 5 years, we have AC in downstairs. We didn't buy the new one. We just wanted to change it to the other one. But I don't think we would have bought this one if I was not working. Yes, for your use. Yes, not for my use. My sister, she doesn't even use it. Maybe like storeroom. She don't really use that room. So we don't think there is need as she doesn't stay over there. From the past few days, my parents are not using AC because it's already been very cold outside and it has been raining also. So I didn't feel the need of using AC. So when I'm not using for the past 10-15 days, why do you keep the power on? Actually, like I use it. I use it. Do you want light? She's already telling that. How old is she? She's in her PU now, which is 11th, 12th class. So I'm like, first you start sleeping in your room, then you can get it. So probably she will have here. Okay, they are showing her his sister's room. So this is a ring light. Ring light. This is ring light. She makes dance videos. Okay. Okay, they're on terrace now. This is more like it doesn't. Voice is not clear. What is this? This is solar. Okay, this is solar. So this is solar water heater and it is pretty common. You said all the way from down, you got this. Yes. So from the downstairs, we got this outlet. So do you find any problem with that? Yes. So that's a problem we had because previous when you got it from outside, when we could hear the sound from the bedroom even when we are sleeping. That is why we got it outside and fit it on the terrace. It just costed around 7,000 for aluminum wires. What about yours? Mine was for free. Actually, like for the length of the wire, for this length, we paid around 1,000. What is this? This is a go down. This is the go down. And one downstairs also it's there. No voice is audible. అక్కడే పెట్టు. So you require that. Yes. So that will be for how many months? Even now, we don't take bath in cold water. We take bath in lukewarm or warm water. That is when you need this solar water. And also, I have planned to get solar cells fixed for electricity purpose also. What about solar heater? What would be the cost? That will cost you around 30 to 40,000 for once. And every month you get concession from the BESCOM. BESCOM is the electricity board in Bangalore. You get concession of about 5% bill for investing solar. And if you have solar cells also fixed, you get concession of around 15% on your bill. So for using electricity for your house, you get 15% discount. Yes. And once you have the solar cells fixed, what happens is excess electricity produced is gated. It goes to BESCOM. When did it start? It started 10-15 years ago. It's been pretty long. The same one has been used till now. Yes. And in how many bathrooms it has been used? 2 bathrooms. What about kitchen? No, we are not using it in the kitchen. There is a facility of hot water in kitchen, but we don't get it. We have the connection, but we don't use. Have you used for any heater or warmer for your house? No, we did not use any heater or warmer. We didn't get the need to use heater yet. Why is that? I don't see the temperature being that cold, like dropped below 10 or something. It will be in moderate level. So I don't need that. I don't think we have any need. Cover sale. So you just can wear extra sweater and all, but heating is not required. No, heater is not required. I never used it. So if you get to know, would you want to ever use it? Even even if I get to know the function, I don't think I will ever use the heater. So you don't think you can ever use the heater? Yes. So did you experience anything during installation? I just spoke about the outdoor unit, right? That we shifted. So apart from that, I don't think there is any other issue. No. So you have got both the ACs together? Yes. Actually, 110 AC was 2-3 days later. I bought them together. Why didn't you buy them together? We had to replace one for downstairs and I wanted to buy one for my room. So they told me if I take two, there will be better discount. For that reason, I chose. What did you do with the old one? We just sold it. Sold to whom? Same sales guy. We gave back to the same salesperson and we got this. After delivering this one, they took that old one. How much did they pay for that? I don't remember, but it's very less. It's been just like 1,000, 2,000 change. 1,000, 2,000. Yes, because there is a lot of defaults in that. So it has been used for decent period. So I don't think we get better value. I don't keep, we don't keep cold water in my house. I don't think many people will keep cold water. So we just take room temperature water. Not hot and warm, but room temperature water is fine. Why is that so? In my house, it's basically like if we take cold, we are just afraid that we might get, because temperature is not sizzling hot. So I don't think we need cold water in that case. In some extreme cases, we do use cold water as well, but not general process. I don't see, even kept in relatives' place also, I don't see anybody using cold water. They do have the practice. So you are a tech savvy. So did you have checked anything online? Yes, I did look at it online. I did look at the prices, but because I was buying two at a time from a local dealer, he gave me for better discounts. So that is the reason I went through them. I looked, where all did you see? I have seen all Havells Lloyd official website. I have seen in Amazon, Flipkart. Then I just went with the local dealer. So when you look online, what is the kind of information you search for? I already had features in mind, smart AC, and I didn't know much about AC, to be honest. This is not the daily thing that we use. So I didn't know like this feature or that feature. It's not like mobile phone. So I had to go there and salesperson has to tell me this is what you want. These are the features there. Then I made a decision that I can go for AC purchase. So you saw online and you have seen on Lord website and all. I didn't look at anything. So I just went to the online website just to see the price, nothing else. They just do the comparison in front of us. So they have all the models kept in front of our eyes and they will explain what is the advantage of one model over the other. Was there any change, like you started off with something? Take me through that. Actually, like we didn't had any changes or something. I didn't had anything specific in mind. I just went there. I just went to two stores, two to three max. I don't remember exactly. I had one model picked. Then I inquired in other store about that model and looked into online to see the price of that model. Then I went and booked. I didn't do any more, to be honest. So you got it at the best price. Yes. So first was the model. First I zeroed upon the model of the AC. Then it was like when I have to buy from the store or here. So not from the brand. So in the brand itself, there are different models, right? I just zeroed upon this model. And what did you like specifically about this model? Suppose smart AC has to be there. That's it, I think. You are very tech savvy. So in your mind, you bought smart AC. But later you felt it is not smart. How did you feel about that? I didn't know whether I have to be angry on the brand or sales guy. These people have really mentioned Wi-Fi ready, but they have not mentioned smart. Had just they are showing the feature of Wi-Fi, but it is not smart Wi-Fi. That is something which is misguiding the customer. Not just like looking at each word and trying to analyze what it is. So you just go with the icon and decision made. So that is about the product, and they have misguided. Also from the sales representative, they told Wi-Fi is ready, but not smart. They also pushed the product to be smart, and it was disappointing. Disappointed and betrayed, definitely. That's it. Sometimes we feel disappointed and we feel betrayed. So what was the thought process at that time? It was just like you have to be careful before buying anything. Antenna. So if assume that you want to, if you have to purchase one more, which brand would you be willing to? I'm still okay with Lloyd and Daikin. Maybe this is still a discomfort, but apart from that, even with the anything, I would go for Daikin or Havels or Lloyd. Still, you would go for that. It's not that this brand betrayed me. So you are done with the Samsung and LG because of the past experience. So you were like, I'm done with these. And also you did not had any great experience with Lloyd. Yes. As you were betrayed and you were disappointed. So what is the reasons for going for that brand? Thing is, so we expect the performance of the AC and usage. I'm very satisfied with the current usage and it is really good. So only with respect to one point where it is got misguided or anything, I can't describe the whole thing to be bad experience. So main thing is for the performance. Major reason is performance, what we use it for, and that is taken care of. Correct. What about the design? Do you consider that? Not really. Was that a consideration? Not really. I don't think there is a huge difference. I'm not really. Anything in mind you had before buying? No, no, I didn't had anything in mind. Color? No, nothing. Color, yes. I wanted to go for a white color. I have seen a lot of red, black ACs. I wanted to go for white AC, but that is the only thing, nothing else. Other color, I don't think it suits to my house. Nothing like that actually. Four-way swing is enough. And when you were talking about the quality of air, you told me that your air condition works like a air purifier. Yes. Can you explain that feature to me? And how did you feel about that? This is with the experience I'm coming up. Whenever I'm using AC, I feel that my allergy issues have subsided for most part. Keeping that in mind, I would say this is how it works. And this is something I was told that this will play as a air purifier, and it is playing its role. So I have seen the air purifiers as well. Normal air purifiers also I have seen. But for room, AC is doing its job. You have seen air purifiers in the market. Yes, I had planned to buy one as well in the market, but we don't have one for the hall. So we plan to buy one air purifier for the hall, but it's again the same issue. It is an open hall. It cannot be for open area. It doesn't play role. So that is why we dropped that idea. What is the reason for using it? Dust allergy for me and my mom. That's the only reason. In my room, as I told you, I would say AC is majorly playing the role of purifier. I also feel that we use it sometimes. I wouldn't say after 2 months, I will never switch on the AC. There is no rule as such. We use it for some time, but not like on regular use case basis, what we have been using now. So in next month, in which all months would you be using in your house? March, April, May. After that, depending on the days, if it is very hot, then we use it. And we are also told that we should not leave ACs ideal for pretty long time. We have to use at least once in 2 weeks. So keeping that in mind, we just use it for 2 to 3 hours. But sometimes when we feed, there is a lot of dust in my room. Recently, there was a case. There is a house behind my house. There was renovation going on. There is some construction dust. So still I switched on my AC and I kept the temperature to be 26. That is how it plays the role as a purifier as well. What about your parents? Even they do. What about the hygiene of the house? So once in 6 months, we have AC cleaning done. Once in 6 months. Who comes? Maintenance guy. As I told, AC servicing people work for us. In my dad's office, there are people, they just come and do the cleaning part. They are not company authorized. They are not company authorized. They they work in my dad's office full time, but in part time they do AC servicing outside. So they just come and do for us. What do? They do AC cleaning. How do they do? There is a mesh inside. They just remove that and clean that. I don't know the complete process, but they just clean inside and they close that. So once in 6 months, it is done. So is there any way of finding out that 6 months? Not really. I did feel sometimes cooling, it will be on lower side, but otherwise it's okay. It will not be really that. So after the cleaning is done, I feel it is better. But we don't really get to know the issues unless you open it. So which are the favorite features and which are the not so favorite features? Swing is favorite feature. Sleep mode is favorite feature. Timer is a good feature. The fan speed is a good feature. These are the basic features also. I don't use sense feature. It is good to have, but I don't use it. I use health feature. When I gave an example of that construction, I was using health feature. That's it. How do you decide which feature to use when? Depending on the need, it's more about the purifying of the air and also the cooling part. Or if you're going to sleep, then it is about the sleep feature. At times when you feel very hot and humid, then it is a turbo feature. It's a need base. So which is the most favorite turbo? So all of us have something. If I had to understand about air conditioning with respect to your room as well as your parents' room, let's start with bonding morning. Morning, I'll tell for both. Mornings around 12, 12 or 1 o'clock, I'll just use it for 1 hour. So my parents don't do that, but I use it. Next part, around 4 to 5, 3, 4 in the afternoon. If it is actually there is direct sunlight falling in my room, that is when I switch on my AC for 1 hour. After that, I don't. After that, again in the night, I switch on the AC around my in my room. It is around 11:30, 12 o'clock. AC is switched on. So 4 o'clock, I'll switch off. Then again, I switch on at 11:30 or 12 o'clock in the night. When I go for bed, I just keep in turbo for half an hour. Then it is normal. Then sleep mode till morning 7 o'clock. It goes. In my parents' room, they switch it on around 10 to 10:30 in the night. Same way. There is turbo mode, there is normal mode, and there is sleep mode. Then we switch off at 6 o'clock in the morning. On the next day. And again, when do they switch out on? Next day night. And saddest Sunday when your dad is at home, when they go to sleep in the afternoon, then they switch on. Otherwise, it's only once in the night for my parents. So it's never been like continuous. So you also switch on and switch off. Yes. You are working there. Yes. Then why do you switch it off after 1 to 1 hour? Then again switch it on. If there is a need, then I keep it switch on. Then once the AC is switched on for 1 hour, then I use fan. Temperature remains cool for next 1.5 hours. I can't keep the AC on full time. That is also very suffocating. So then what will you do when you switch off the AC? I'll not be in my room. I just go out. By the time I'll come and start working, it will be around 10:30, 11 in the morning. Okay. So electricity and energy a concern? Yes, definitely it's a factor. We have scenarios where AC is switched on long time and electricity bill goes around 3 times of what you pay generally. So in previous month when Bangalore was hotter, we used AC all round. I used AC almost most of the times. I have used more. The bill was almost around twice than what we usually we get around 1,500 to 2,000, and in that month it was around 4,000 to 4,500. So it happens, but I feel it is okay because this is only for 1 to 2 months in the whole year, which is fine for me. Not that it is a huge concern, but not unnecessarily wasted. So I just pay the bill and my parents don't get to know that. Even if they get to know, they have the same mindset. It is just like 1 2 months in a year, so it is fine. So if it is every month in a year, then they think of it. So energy saving, what about? So that is the reason we started to use the sleep mode. That is the reason I push my parents also to use sleep mode in the night. And you said that the reason why you moved your parents because of the noise. That outlet to the upstairs is because of the noise. What about the inside? Unless you put it in turbo, I don't see the noise. Once you put it in turbo, there is noise. You can't put it in turbo in sleep. There is some noise. Actually, like I get up for small sound. So keeping that in mind, I don't keep in turbo mode. So I just keep it in turbo for a while and switch it off. We had a neighbor's complaint because downstairs that outlet was put that is apparently close to the neighbor's room window. So they used to get a lot of noise. So they also requested that you if you can change that position. So that is one thing that is the reason we had to shift. So how did it make you feel then? So I don't have a problem being it in my terrace right now. So it's not a big concern. Now it is not a big concern. Yes. So tell me one thing. If there is a concept of renting, so you are going to rent this one. So you go to the store. So you go to the store to buy, and they would say about this renting option where you can. So for so it is like every month you pay a rent amount, and after 15 months the maintenance, the complete maintenance service is taken care by them during this rental period. So post that 15 months, I would say this is more like EMI feature. So I'm paying EMI every month. So you have the maintenance to be taken care of. I'm not paying any maintenance, so it doesn't suit to me. So if I talk about AC cleaning, someone takes 500 to clean out. So that is why I asked, how much do you pay? We don't pay anything actually. So in urban company, we have seen it is 4 to 500 for AC cleaning. So it is not a huge one to pay in once in 6 months. So it is fine. So how is this idea about renting? I didn't like that idea because it depends if I can rent the product for 2 months. This is not how it going to work. You need to have hole drilling in the wall. You cannot just give it out and have the hole again. They're saying that after 15 months the AC is yours. It's nothing but an EMI option. Definitely it is an EMI option. Only difference is they are promising the maintenance of the AC. Right now I know that there is no huge maintenance charges involved, so it is okay. Take it on EMI and pay it. So these are the factors to be considered. The amount you pay as a rent for 15 months, what will I get? That is something. And even if it sums up to something, what is the better option? What is the price of that AC? On taking it up on rent basis, is it costing more or less? I would say it is out of sense. How did you pay for this full time payment? You did not go for EMI. So if I'm paying more, I have more number of EMIs available. Then why would I pay extra? Rent basis is nothing that an EMI. Then why would I pay for it? Let's say I consider a scenario where I pay for 40 months or 50 months. I paid for 40 months and then I'm not able to pay. Then the AC is gone. So it is a rent basis. If it is a rent basis AC, then they take it back. Instead, I go for EMI, make a down payment for something, then EMI is divided into rest of the months. So just go for it and rent it. You can take it for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. I don't think this will make sense. So have you ever experienced any breakdown or anything? No, only that is something I have faced that I have to shift. Apart from that, everything is fun. I wanted to use the smart AC option after 5 months. I could not link it to my phone. Then I had to ask them how to make it to link it. They have sent me a technician and he came and started telling me we have to put another extra chip in that. Then I was like, get the extra chip. They were facing many issues to source that chip. They were saying that they have issues for ordering the chip and taking it time. I'm not sure whether they're giving the exact reason. After some point, I realized this is not going to work. So recently, 2 3 weeks ago, he called me saying, "Up, this is ready." I said, "I'm done with the smart AC which I wanted." So now I'm like, it is not going to add me any extra feature. So if I'm not getting that also, it's fine, because I'm not facing any hassles as such now. So I'm just like, I don't want it. That's it. So we have people for service also. How much are you satisfied? 4 out of 5. What is that one point which is missing? Computer. Smart AC is one thing missing. Apart from that, assume that we give you magic wand and you can design an air conditioner. I would do is make it more energy efficient so that it consumes less power. And the next one would be smart feature. What extra it does, I don't know, but I would. So what features would you want to add? It's more about having the AC in. If you give the smart AC, it should be able to send me the updates. Like AC has this new mode. Click here to activate that mode. So in smart, when I click here, that mode should be activated. So that is something, and definitely it can be done. So it is all hyperlinked. So those things can be done. So you can think about anything like you would want related to technology or anything. I would want some decorative lights on AC. So in the horizon light, so we have horizon light in one place, right? So that kind can be there on the AC. So that can be done. So if I have any problems, I do not want any technician to come in. I can figure out what that problem is. So if they insert the chip, we get to know what is the problem. Why can't it be done for an AC? In cloud, they can just take this and monitor how it is working and all. And if they can give me notification, so the AC machine is blocked by this percentage, that is something which is useful for me. So I need to get motivated. So that type of notification will be very helpful. So anything you have is good one. Maybe you don't use it. This is like subtracting. I don't think we need that here because of the weather conditions. You would need and all those things. So more energy saving and the light coming. It could be anything, size of the air condition. If there is any possibility, they can make more, like zero noise in the outlet unit as well. Just an example I gave you, like what we faced with the neighbors. We had to spend extra bucks to shift to the terrace. So everything can be made at zero cost. And also less price for installation. I know it is costly. I'm not sure about copper wire and all. So you can eliminate that one. In the, and if I had to pay 20% extra for the installation. So the cost would be 120%, which is so much. Okay. So I'll show you certain ideas and tell me how do you feel about them. This is wide and slim horizontal split AC. You can install it on the edge of the, as it is horizontally longer, it can hold air volume more. Reading the concept. So how do you find this idea to be? Can you explain this concept to me? What does it say? Horizontal slim. It looks better with the design. Actually, like if you put it in the room, it looks better in terms of design. And also when it comes to the, because it has wider outlet, it will cool faster and it will work faster. I'm not sure how it helps. Quieter, how the design helps. I guess this is a cool thing. So this is cool. This looks cool. Which feature did you like more? Split cooling or quieter? Quick cooling? I can look at the design, but I'm not sure how it is quieter. That is one constraint, but it may be. If I look at the AC model, then I would know. But if there are these two features, it has quick cooling. If you have to choose between these two, which one would you choose? Gentle breeze. Why? Because it minimizes the noise completely. It minimizes the noise. How long will, if I say this is a horizontal, if I say this is horizontal AC, how long, how lengthier it will be for you? So 1.5 ton is the size of the AC I have. 50% more than the AC I have. So 50% length more than what we have now. So where would be the proper installation place? Edge of the ceiling, as they have told. So right back to the place of where my AC is. How does it make a difference? Maybe it will be better with the looks. Maybe it is wider outlet space. It may make a difference. More air, we get more cooling. Therefore, more cooling. Apart from that, the the features they're giving currently, what else do you expect? Any other additional features you would want in this? Light option. I don't I don't need anything like that. AC works is fine. So would you prefer that in AC? Like if it works like a speaker, I don't want any such feature. I just want AC to be I just want AC to be AC. So what this idea, if you have to give marks for this idea, how many marks would you give on 10? 8 out of 10? You still cut 2 marks. One thing is practically experience a product. Other would be more about, what do I say? Use case scenario. How is it actually making the air cooler? Is it actually cooling faster? Suppose it does, then I'll give 10 on 10. But I have met a lot of people, they told, I'm not sure about, uh, see, what do you think? If anybody is not liking this idea, what do you think could be the reason? Someone who is always sticking onto the past models and don't want to the existing way of the product. That is one thing. So is it like idea that person could not like? Do you feel this is unique? I don't say completely unique, but I have not seen anything like this. So for me, it is unique, I can say. So this is convertible AC. So you can fit this horizontally or vertically in wall, in corner. Reading the concept. I completely reject this idea. Why? I'm not going to change about how I fit my AC. Then I will flip it. What am I going to get in that? So convertible means you can fit it horizontal and vertical, right? So what is the point in making it vertical and horizontal? What difference is it making to? I don't think it is going to make any difference. If it is an option in the remote to change, no. So you can install in the way you want it. You can install it in the corner. You can install horizontally or vertically in the corner. While it is getting installed, you can change into these ways. So they have the options in which you can install. So once you install in that way, it going to work in that. It will not add value. So when I install in that way, it remains in that way. So it is like how I have installed in the way right now. What difference will this make? I don't think it will add on anything. So suppose you want to place it today in the current position. So is there any difference, any unique or a unique thing compared to current? I don't see any difference here. I don't think that should I don't think this will make a huge difference. This is not going to bring huge difference. Why don't it make, it is going to be the same. It is saying that it is taking the air from the front, and you can monitor and you can decide you want it from the top or bottom. You can decide whether these two or these two, like all four. I got it, but my question is, why do I want this side? I would just have it normally, like normally. Easy, you are done. Yes, I would just have all the four on anytime. Why would I need like two to be there and two not to be there? So I would just keep it four on. So which shape would you opt if given like this rectangle shape? Vertical or horizontal? Horizontal. Horizontal. I don't think it. Why not vertical? I don't think it fits in the AC mindset. I wouldn't want vertical. Horizontal is better. So what I'm thinking of vertical is, if you have vertical AC, so you have to keep AC outlet in this way. Will it provide the same wind like the way we get in horizontal? So that is my concern. Even if it is crossing air from everywhere, this is completely negating the idea of this horizontal concept, where there we have more space, so we get more air. So when it is vertical, you don't have that much space. So when you look at from vertical perspective, there is not much space. Air is not spread. I don't think it will add value. Anything you liked in this idea? No. For whom do you think this is beneficial? Someone who don't have ample space on horizontal, they can just put it on the corner side. That is where it plays role. If you see something like this in a market, would you tend to buy it? No. Why? Same reason I have told you. I don't know about the airflow. So they may have the horizontal option also, and install the way you want it. Just because change the way it can be installed, it will not add any use case. I don't think this is something I would need. What I can see is the space it takes to fit vertically, and in every space there is horizontal space produced for AC or left for AC. That is not the case with vertical one. We don't have space for vertical AC basically. Flow of air is more important. Let's go to the next one. This is multi-wing that can change the shape of the wind. Generally, we use up and down. We want to minimize and move the wind from left to right. It is something close to 4x4 swing. I definitely like this one. But this is not unique. So what would you tell me about this idea? This is just like 4x4 swing. You can just move the direction of the air. You can change. That is something I would say. So it is just directing the air in different ways. That is what the whole point is given here and mentioned here as well. I also see that they have mentioned about the, it is something already there, but good one. Because it plays out for all the things. How do you think go about deciding which wing to use? How do you make this work? It is saying I would say that there is one mesh and one mesh placed on that. So it might. So we have an option to change. If you have to physically do it, then it is not feasible. Only if it is through remote, then it is fine. I feel it difficult to get on and switch on AC switch. Why would want to change the mesh of the AC? No, definitely no. If you have to do it physically, then I don't think so. It is very bad idea, I would say. So combination of AC. What about then? No. So if you are getting through remote, then fine. I'll give you a scenario. When I'm using this basic, I for half an hour I feel I want natural wind. How do I go about it? It doesn't work. Do you feel there is a need for something like this? No. This is an extra feature. I would I want to change it with the remote, not manually. And I would be, if it is a new feature, let it be. But I don't have to physically use it. Considering this as physical, completely no. So if you get an option in the current, being with manually choosing according to your, if it is with the remote, then it is good way. Go to the next one. This is about the outdoor unit that allows to choose outdoor installation. I don't know what to say about this. This is just like a mediocre thing. There can be outlet. We choose an outlet. We have an outlet. Right now, if I make few holes, air will blow outside. So right now, this is the way. Yes, right now, this is the way. Now we are saying outdoor unit becomes slimmer and air moves top. But what is it changing for me? What is it changing in my experience? Once I fix it outside, don't see it forever. This is the first time I had gone to show you. I never look at outload unit. So what is it adding to me? You don't think it is any benefit? No, this is not for benefit. So going up or down doesn't matter. So is there no noise? Then if there is no noise, that feature will help me. Not that air is being outlet. That is of no. We are all upstairs. Who is going to use the EAC? I don't think it is still a need. The scenario what you're talking comes once in 2 to 3 years. Like someone is using AC and all of us are outside. That then for that, I'm talking about the blow. Yes, understood. Even though about the blow of the air as well. So it just happens once in blue moon for sure. I don't know how it plays. I don't want it actually. It's of no use. It doesn't add any value. It doesn't affect you. No. Okay. It is not going to change anything. It is just with the performance. It is. Then there is this one. This is an add-on. Add-on modules. It is. They can be selected and added at the same time at the time of purchase, or it can be upgraded later. Examples of add-on modules: air care related feature, powerful air purifiers, diffusers, etc., AI speaker, sensor or camera, body heat sensing, etc. This is very good feature. This is a good feature because right now, if I have AI speaker in my AC, I would love it. This new additional features, and that too customizable. If you want, you can add, and this is a very good idea. So you would want to add these features added at the time of purchase or upgrade after installation. Both are good. I can have it at the first time and purchase as well. Later, if I feel after installing, I can get it added, then it is even more better option. I can say both are also good, perfect, given a choice. Which one would you prefer at the time of purchasing or upgrading later? Customizing and upgrading later. It completely depends on the features. Some features at a time, like air purifier, I would like to go with installation for sure, and sleep monitoring, sensor, camera. These are upcoming. This is based on the use case. Powerful air purifier, A stabilizer, I don't think so. AI speakers, yes. Sleep monitoring, yes. Body heat sensing, yes. Voltage stabilizer, I don't think so because it's already there. What about sensor or camera? Sensor or camera as well, yes. What about call alert? No. I don't see the use case for that. So when you are saying like idea like this, what are your expectations? These are all very good options. If I get an AC which is customizable, I can keep on adding new features which I'm getting. So there is something new. So it gives something, it gives more flexibility. Are there any concerns in your mind with this? I don't think so. This has to happen at installation of time. I don't think it's any concern. I don't think there can be any cons on this. So if you like one more feature, you can add yes. If there is an option and if they can tell me that I can keep on adding, then if I get the update like this feature can be added, then I would do that. Currently, you have the option of updating AC to smart AC. Yes. So this is telling you that you can customize. Yes, that's a good point. Hassle is to get it done. But this has to be hassle free for add-on customization. Okay. So out of these, what we have seen? Add-on. Which one you like is add-on? Second one? Horizontal. Horizontal. Why do you like the add-on one more than the horizontal? It is giving me the new features. It is for the design perspective. Add-on is giving me the new features as well. Horizontal is for design perspective only. So new features adding on to design, yes. And also basic performance of AC. Basic performance every AC will take care. But talking about extra features, add-on is good. Okay. We have this as well. What is the preferable? There are two options given. Top suction and bottom discharge. Why do you choose that? Because you get the coolness directly. Yes. Any other reasons? No, that's it. So, and you would want it like this only? Yes. So, what kind of way do you want? Kind of the cool? Gentle and cool. Gentle and cool. Go to the next one. It is colorful. What do you Which one do you prefer? Colorful air conditioner or monotone? Monotone. Why? Monotone and colorful is completely how the based on the technology. Sometimes I might go for colorful one and sometimes I go for monotone. Right now, if I have to choose, I go for monotone. On what occasions do you go for colorful one? Given that my room is light white color, if everything is white and if I have to change the color of this, then I would go to this color. If it is just a white wall, then I would go for colorful AC. Glossy finish or matte finish? Matte finish. Why? Personally, I always like matte. So looking at the colors on the next page, which one do you prefer the most? Beige. Why? Clay brown looks like looks bad when there is dust on that. We have to clean it regularly. Ground green is too much. It's too dark for an AC. Beige is always decent. Beige is always decent. What other colors can you think of? I have seen red and black. I have seen light blue. It depends on the theme of the color. If the if it is given in various colors and with an additional cost, you can change. What do you feel? Depends on the cost. So considering the cost is minimum, then I would go. I would change for few months. What do you feel is the comfortable living environment? What is comfortable living environment? As in comfy, right? Yes. Comfy, good air circulation, cool environment. Everything is on fingertip. Every operation is on fingertip. There is no physical intervention to get anything. Everything is on, like example of what you were showing. When you have to fit the wind part. So I have to change it with the remote control, then it is done. Comfort, that is the only reason. Comfort is the only reason. I would compromise on the design, but not comfort. What about the air? Quality, the better the air is. On the longer run, it is definitely useful. So impure air definitely is bad. So currently you feel, so I wouldn't say to complete extent, but to some extent, but not fully, not fully satisfied with the Bangalore traffic. How much ever you go for this AC purifier, there is a difference with natural air. That is where I feel. So it is not the temperature. It is not in the humidity which is there in the air. Yes, pollution is making air. Yes, it is just pollution. What is comfortable air temperature? 25. And when I say coolingness, what comes to mind? Cool breeze, like what we get on hill stations. Cool is comfortable. Cold is extreme of coolness in terms of, if it is just a factor of temperature or anything else which defines temperature only. Any other factor that defines? I don't think so. I just say it is temperature. What about warm? Even that's also temperature. 30 30 degrees is warm. 30 to 35 degrees is warm. 40-45 degrees is hot. That's the difference in temperature. Voice is not audible now. I would say from experience, I have never faced high issues. Even in monsoon, there is not much. I'll give you a percentage. 50%. 50 to 60 percentage. Yes. It depends on the group as well, friends as well. Personally speaking, 50% is fine. So AC is not a necessity. No, it's not a necessity. Actually, in Bangalore, they have not they have a mindset of not having it, be it for ACs. It's no more about a necessity. So if it is all about necessity, then we go for iPhone. That's true. It's a luxury. I don't think it plays with the status symbol, but it's a luxury and comfort living. Online store, I wouldn't, because of the issue with installation. What I saw is any online store, they do provide installation, but price is very high when I looked into that. So local dealers are giving it very less price for installation, but it is not the case with online. Online may have the price of 1000 2000 less than the outside one, but installation they're taking a lot. What is the relationship? Friend, because it is comforting. Relationship, what do you say in terms of relationship? A mother relationship who keeps cool, calm, supports. If there are no air conditioners, I don't feel too bad because of the place I'm living in. So if there is no air conditioner, the cool breeze I miss in summer after coming home. That is the only thing I miss. The initial 15-20 minutes of cool breeze we get in turbo mode, that is the best part. Nothing else apart from that. If there are no fans, that is difficult to survive. Then it is difficult to survive also. It is a psychological thing. So even if it is cold or anything, we are used to fans. So fan or AC has to be running around. Are we done? So when I use air conditioner, I don't feel that because psychologically something is on. So in this temperature, in this weather, you can survive with fan. It's not a problem. But it's just a psychological thing. You can survive without fan, but you want it. Thank you so much for your time. We are done. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot.